Hope everyone's been doing okay.
Okay, guys, this one's a bit more serious. Today we're looking at what Simon Kirk has to say. He's been getting a lot of bad press lately, especially after all that watch business a few months ago. But as always, there's another side to this story. A lot of people have stuck up for Simon, saying he's all right, and honestly, I've always believed that too. So what he says here doesn't come as a surprise. Let's get into the video and hear the real story from Simon himself.
After almost 3 months, I've decided it's time to tell my side of what happened and why I disappeared in the way I did. It all started after our Hartlepool show. Jon Dillinger always wanted us to use him for the security because we were all trying to work with other promotions. We all thought it was a good idea to try and use the same companies. We employed his business to do the security for that show. A couple of days after the show, I was informed that on the day some drugs were taken off someone and put into a safety box. After the show, the box was broken and the drugs had gone missing. This was the first of my knowledge. However, Jon took it up on himself to blame me for this and made out he had a contract with that venue for the security, when in actual fact, it was a one-off show that they were hired for because we asked for them. Jon then decided to try extorting me for money. He set me up by inviting me to another show that was happening in Nottingham. I went to the show alone, and upon getting there, I was asked to go backstage to have a quiet word with Jon. When I got there, he had one of his security staff there, all stood around me and started going in at me, saying I cost him thousands of pounds because he had lost the contract.
Now, guys, I've had it on good authority. This story is 100% true. And if it's not, then it's one hell of a thing to make up. Based on who told me and how it all lines up, I do believe it. But as always, make your own mind up. That's just my take on it.
And I must pay money. When I said I wasn't paying the money, he then decided to hit me in the face twice and demanded I pay him £1,000 there and then, or I'm not leaving alive. At the time, I had my rucksack with me, and inside I had a replica watch. At the time, I was scared and just wanted to get out of the building. I didn't have £1,000 to give him, so I offered him the watch, making out it was real. He took the watch off me, had a look at it, and gave it back to me and said, "It's fake. I don't want your fake shit," and continued to demand £1,000. He also had picked up my car key that fell out of my hand when he hit me and said the only way I was getting it back was to transfer him £1,000. And then I had to ring my business partner, Ash, and explain to him the situation I was in, and he managed to send me £1,000 to my bank account. I then transferred this £1,000 to Jon, and he gave me my car key back. And
I've looked into this Jon Dillinger character, and he doesn't seem like a good guy. Just his whole vibe screams bully. I completely believe this story. It's classic extortion. Simon seems like a decent lad who got mixed up with the wrong crowd. It happens.
And I left the building. As you can see, the date of the bank transfer I was forced to send Jon Dillinger was Saturday, the 22nd of March, 2025. The following day, on the 23rd of March, one of Jon's minions, Andy Smith, posted this status and a video to Facebook, which is basically them bragging about bullying me.
I just want to tell you all, you know Simon Kirk? He's clearly rubbed up a few people the wrong way, because I know for a fact last night that Simon Kirk got a bite in the mouth and he got his lips punched off him. So do me a favour, everybody, just give him a FaceTime. Make sure it's all right. Because you know, it is what it is, Simon. Karma's a bitch, innit? But end of the day, moving on to Video Craig. Video Craig, you said in your last video that you're willing to meet me, Craig. So I'm telling you right now, Craig, I'm going to leave it in your hands. I want a time, a date, a location, because you know what, Craig? It's like this simple.
Andy even goes on, mentions Top Dog, Jon's company, when trying to threaten Craig later in the video.
You can have your pick of any man in the north to come with you and make sure that you're all right, because I'm bringing someone with me. I know a few top dogs all over the country, Craig, so I know a few top dogs all over the country.
Done with then, until around 6 weeks later, when me and a number of promoters, who I won't name, were having a business meeting. Jon was arranging the meeting and chose the location where we would all meet. When I got there myself and Ash just arrived at the same time, we found it strange that everyone else was already there. When we entered the building, I went into the meeting room. There was 2 security guards on the door, which was unusual, as it's just a meeting. Everyone else from the other promotions were already there, sat down waiting. It was another setup. Jon set it up to make look bad in front of everyone. And
so as you can see, Simon's coming with actual receipts, and that Andy Smith video adds another layer to it. If Andy's involved, then yeah, I definitely believe Simon. What a bunch of horrible little snakes trying to do this to him. He's backed it all up, plain and simple.
And try get me removed from all the bare-knuckle promotions, along with telling me I wasn't leaving that building alive. Decides to tell me the door staff he has, they aren't going to be letting me leave that building. He tells everyone that I've been selling drugs at my shows and that he has lost contracts, and I don't deserve to be a part of the organisation. After I agree to leave, he then demands I pay more money. He says I must pay him £5,000, starting at £500 per month, telling everyone how I tried to give him a fake watch. I'm trying to make him look stupid, etc. I did defend myself and said the watch was real, which was a big mistake on my behalf. I gave him all the money I had, £250. He let me leave the building and that I have to start making payments as soon as possible. Then the day after he rings me up, telling me he needs the money faster and demands, if this watch is real, I have to sell it to his friend. I know I can't do this because it's a fake, but I couldn't really go back on my word and tell him it was fake. So he then demanded I transfer him another £250, which I did. The same day he's demanding I take the watch to his friend to sell and give him the money. I know I can't do this, so I made up a lie that I took the watch to Sheffield to be authenticated and left it with a professional. The next day he starts making more threats and demanding the money that I don't have. After all the threats and demands, I felt like the only way to escape all this and protect my family was to leave and never come back.
Simon's biggest mistake was giving him cash in the first place. Once you do that with people like this, they'll always come back for more. But you can't really blame him. He was in a horrible situation. And yeah, looking at it all, this seems 100% true.
Other important things I need to clear up. At the time I decided to leave, there was £2,500 in my business account, which I took. So I had money to leave the country with. I am not proud of this, but at the time I felt it was the only option. I did not steal a watch. 12 months before any of this happened, a fighter lost an expensive watch while travelling. Me, trying to be nice, offered to set up an insurance policy and make a claim for the missing watch 12 to 18 months after. In February this year, I purchased a replica of the watch for a few £100 to wear and make out it was the real one. So when I did the claim, I had pictures and proof of the watch. Yes, I know this is wrong, and at the time I thought I was helping a friend out. This is the reason I had the replica watch in the first place. Now, 3 months on, I have lost everything. My business, my family, my kids, absolutely everything because of what's happened. All I ever wanted was to help people and be a better person. I'm past caring now about anything. I'm living my own life where I don't want social media. I don't want friends and I don't trust anyone. I have lost everything and the truth needs to be out there. I have nothing left to lose. I have already lost everything. This is the one and only time I will address this situation. It's down to you what you choose to believe. Jon Dillinger, real name. Chris George is a horrible bully who extorts large amounts of money of ordinary people like myself using stories he has fabricated as reason. This video, I have told the full truth, showing proof of bank transfers of the money he extorted from me, the receipt for the replica watch, and have admitted taking the money from the business account. I know many people out there will have believed in me all along because I have spent a lot of time around fighters and helped in many ways to the people who believed in me. Thank you. Regards, Simon Kirk.
And there you have it, guys. That's the real story. I believe it's fully legit. You can't deny the proof, Andy Smith being involved, and all the top dog drama. I genuinely feel for Simon, and I'm glad the truth's finally come out. So yeah, that's it.